Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're up in the hills. We're coming slowly towards the Kathikas village. You've heard me mention that before. We've just picked up a car and now we're going to head back towards the downtown Paphos metropolis and of course head out to the workshop. So it's going to take us probably around about 20 minutes. So sit back, kick them off and, well, Vivian, get the kettle on, start pouring the cups of teas. And there's been an awful lot of requests, not just for the chocolate chip cookies, but also people are looking forward to the cupcakes as well. So let's get on with them, Vivian. Come on, let's start serving. Just knock the aircon on, by the way, because it's quite warm in the car. If you're curious to know what the outside temperature is, because I'm sure you can see that sun is beaming down on us. Well, it's actually 16 degrees, and the car's just been parked up while I've been chatting to the chappie. So let's go and check on the breakfast sofas. Let's see who's in the crew today, because of course one or two new ones have jumped on the sofas, and I think I'm going to have to buy some more sofas because well, we're going to have to get a bigger car, I think, definitely. Right, who's there? Let's have a look. Just to the side of the sofas there, rapidly plugging his machine in, flicking it on, because he understands he's going to get a very, very nice descent down to Paphos, so he's going to knock the speed up a little bit. Mr. Allen, welcome on board, Mr. Allen. Have you had your cup of tea and your cupcake yet? Don't forget, shout, Vivian! Come on, Vivian! Let's have the cupcakes going. What flavour are they today, I wonder? That's what we want to know. So Vivian's running around like a lunatic. She doesn't actually need a seat on the sofa because she's far, far too busy getting the kettles, getting the brews going and serving the chocolate chip cookies and, of course, all of the lovely cupcakes. Who else is in town? Let's have a quick look. Oh, Mr. Doug's in town. He's got a memory foam cushion. He's making sure that he's going to have a nice comfortable ride down to Paphos, and he's still looking for ideas. Remember, he knows the victim. The victim is Mr. Paul. He's going to murder Mr. Paul, maybe smack him round the head with a bottle of gin or something like that, but make sure it's empty first, Mr. Doug, because what a waste of rum or gin that would be, eh? So make sure you knock it back on the Saturday night as you chill out. Anyway, he's looking for ideas for a murder mystery novel, and he wants to base it in downtown Cyprus, probably in Paphos. And his new plan is something to do with a wedding where perhaps Marika and me, Mr. Paul, gets married, then he comes along and murders the groom and then runs off with the most beautiful woman in the world, who of course is Miss Ochin Gracevia Labouf. We've got this weird idea, there's all sorts of script ideas coming in where they run off and spend all my money. Well, it won't go very far because I haven't got any, so there we go. Right, who else is there? Miss Dawn, yes, she's there. Mr. Sean, yep, they're there. And of course the two furry little friends, Miss Daisy the Cypriot cat, who's been abducted and taken to live in downtown Derbyshire, and of course her partner in crime, her little friend, the little furry dog known as Bobo. And they're sitting there chilling out, having their cornflakes or their brekkies or whatever it might be, wondering what the hell is going on. And Miss Daisy's thinking, my God, that sky looks blue. I wonder if the sea's blue. Well, it is, I promise you that. Is Mr. Paul dressed in blue? He is, head to toe. Oh yeah, he's got the blue shoes on, Miss Andrea, if you're wondering. But he's looking forward to his new pair, which will be arriving sometime, what, in about 10 days now, isn't it? Yeah, in about 10 days. No, about 12 days, isn't it? So Andrea and Mart are coming down to Paphos for their holidays. So we're going to grab them and get them on camera because they're not shy anymore. Why are they not shy? Well, they've got their own YouTube channel, yes. And one or two of our partners in crime, that's Lady so sweet Caroline, and of course the Gabara #1, Lord Nigel Big Guns. They subscribe to the channel Andrea and Mart. So the channel is Andrea and Mart. What does the channel do? Well, they drive around in a little Ford Fiesta ST, one of those little hot, rampant little, what we're going to call it, scalded earwigs they are, aren't they? But to be honest, Mr. Mart drives very carefully and very sensibly, and they drive around the lanes and the main roads in the town of Norfolk. And they give you, well, a running commentary of what's going on. And Mr. Mart has got great knowledge of the area. He's very proud to be a Norfolk boy, and he should be, because it's a beautiful area of the world to come from. So they're going to do a couple of videos every week, and I've told them to make them around about 10 to 12 minutes long and give a bit of information and drive around, and Sandra's going to film, and she's going to chuckle away and chuck in some useless bits of information, a bit like Mr. Paul, as they drive around. Now, who else is on the bench? Let's have a quick look around. It's like having substitutes, isn't it? Because as you understand, people are going to come and people are going to go. Otherwise, well, we're going to need more and more sofas, and all we'll be doing is just naming the crew. So people are going to come and people are going to go, shall we say. Joe Cox, yes, he's on the sofa, and probably he's got his wife, his beautiful wife, Miss Julie, sitting on his lap, and they're doing a bit of canoodling like they did when they came to downtown Paphos. And you never know, maybe Kath, yeah, maybe Kath's there as well. Maybe Kathy's sitting there, and maybe she's got her Gumbara number one, her partner in crime, Mr. Colin. Perhaps he's sitting on her lap, and perhaps they're canoodling as well. You never know. What's the weather like there in downtown Manchester? Now, talking about Manchester, we have one superstar that is above all other superstars, and many people know who I'm talking about now. We have one man, and his name is Viscount Paul Butler. Well, he's the man that's been with us right from the very start. He's the man that keeps saying, come on, let's keep going, come on, 4 million more subscribers required, we're a friendly family, come on. A big hello to you, Paul, and you are on the sofa today, of course, and hopefully you are rapidly recovering, and hopefully most evenings now you are popping into the Ruby Arms. And people are thinking, where's the Ruby Arms? Well, the Ruby Arms is at his house, because he's had his very own bar built, and he likes to hang out and chill out with his friends and his family, and they knock one or two back, that's for sure, and then pops off to bed with Miss Bev. Yeah, that's right. One of these days we're going to build up a bit of a posse, and we're going to mosey on down to Manchester, Stockport area, and we're going to pop into Mr. Paul's and just see how many Nigel Big Guns, how many So Sweet Carolites, and how many Dayman specials that we can knock back. And I think we'll be bringing with us my JJ Tonic, Miss Justine, and probably we'll bring Mr. Andy, and then in hot pursuit of them will be Mr. Andrew and Miss Nessie, and of course they're hunting down the Andy, and Miss Nessie's got the shotgun ready to blow out his rear tyres. So please, Miss Justine, don't hide in the boot, don't cower in the boot anymore, because if any of those stray pellets were to penetrate the rear metal of the trunk or boot area, you'll be in trouble. So get yourself into the front seat, sit there and admire the sun tinting strip across the top that says JJ Tonic and Gumbara number one. There we are. Right, where are we? Stromby, that's where we are. So we've come down from Kathikas and we've taken a right, and we're now heading down through Stromby, and we're going to keep going, shall we say, on our trek all the way up to Tasada. And then of course, if you follow the channel, you know from Tasada we are then going to drop down into the metropolis of Paphos. Now, let's have a quick look, see who else has joined us on the sofas. Come on, Vivian, keep going, get those kettles on. She told me she's bought some more kettles so she can make the tea that little bit faster, because I've invested in the sofas. So come on, more cupcakes. What flavour are they today? Come on, keep going, come on. You're sorry now, aren't you? Yes, you're sorry. You thought you were clever coming on as a tea girl, thinking, oh well, I'll be in every single episode, and you are, that's it. But now you've got to work hard, so get on with it. How's your cupcake, Alan? You missed out yesterday. Yes, doing all right? Yes. Right, come on, get a bit of a run on, because we're on the flat at the moment, and then very shortly we'll be going downhill, so you can knock the speed up a little bit. Paul Roberts, how are you doing? He's sitting on the sofa there, and of course he's got his beautiful wife all the way from Crete, Miss Nicole. She's sitting there. Yes, Miss Nicole, that was your name, all the way from Crete. And you never know, as I've told you, one of these days I'm going to go over to Crete and I'm going to hire a Ferrari or something like that, and I'm going to race around, and I'm going to catch that Cretan driver, and I'm going to overtake him, and I will show you the beautiful island of Crete faster than him and better than him, that's for sure. And you never know, I might get him to sit in the passenger seat and he can do a bit of narration for me in the lingo, which of course I presume is Greek. But anyway, so we'll have an Englishy Greeky or a Greeky English narration of that particular video. I'm looking forward to going to Crete, by the way, because well, if you follow the channel, you understand that we do have plans, and the plans are to frequent 4 or 5 Greek islands and then back to Paphos and then off around on our travels again. Not going to happen yet, but in a couple of years, hopefully, when we retire from having to work, shall we say, and then we can go on our travels and just work harder on our YouTube channel, because it gives us great pleasure. It's a great surprise to us that even one person watches, never mind, wow, it's shocking. We're rapidly approaching the 1,500 family members, and we thank every single one of you. We understand that you can't watch every video that we make. We understand that you come back now and again, and that's fine, and that really is fine, and we thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. We really do. And talking about friends in the family, I'm looking forward to doing these kind of videos in November of this year, not that far away, and I'm looking forward to having double trouble. And I think one day we'll have one of them in the boot, and then one day we'll have one sitting in the passenger seat, and then the next day we will alternate. So that's Sir Simon and Sir Jeremy, or Sir Jeremy and Sir Simon. So you've got Simon the elder and Jeremy the younger. There's about 4.5 minutes between the two of them. Their mother was happy to have one, and then, oh my God, she had the living daylight scared out of her when she realised there was 2. Double trouble, or double pleasure, as Marika likes to call them. Absolute superstars amongst superstars. Go hunting back in the videos and you will find them. Double trouble in the harbour. That's one of the titles for one of the videos. So, who else is on the sofa? Let's go and have a look. Sally Briers. Yes, Sally Briers tickled me in the comments. And again, she's a lady who's been with us for a long time. I think, if I remember right, Sally, I think it was number 37. Yeah, that's your number. I don't like that kind of thing, but you know what I mean. She's been there with us from around about May. April or May, from when we very started last year, and she comes back now and again, and that's all we ask. And now and again, I've no doubt that her partner in crime, Matt Briers, or Dyers, will come back. But soon they're going to get married, and hopefully, if they do, we'll get an invite and we'll go to their wedding, because, as I've said, we're going to get married, Marika and me, and everyone who wants to come to the wedding is more than welcome. There's going to be a bit of like a raffle as to where it's going to be, somewhere on a Greek island or Paphos, and we'll give plenty of notice, don't worry, and you'll all be able to book, pop out and have a look at us, and we'll have a very good party indeed. So who else? Well, I'll tell you who's in town at the moment. We've got Paula Roderick. Yeah, she's in town at the moment, and she's hunting us down, and hopefully we're going to bump into each other. And I really do hope that we do, because she comments quite often, and apparently we bring a bit of fun into her life. So if we find her, we're going to drag her down the Paphos promenade and scare the living daylights out of her, that's for sure. Who else is in downtown Paphos? Well, there are 3 superstars that we had the great pleasure to sit down with the other night, and they're here for the week, so hopefully we're going to get them on camera. Yes, Mr. Richard, yes, Miss Julie, and of course your little good Barry, my little partner in crime, Mr. Leo. So hopefully we're going to bump into each other again, and hopefully we're going to get you on camera and well, do a bit of monkeying around, that's for sure. Where are we now? We're in Sada. So those of you who follow the channel understand that very shortly, but surely, we're going to start our descent into downtown Paphos, and the views are going to take your breath away. The views are truly spectacular. So sit back and knock back the Nigel big guns, Lord Nigel. It's going to be absolutely spectacular indeed. Now, I can see they're all having a little bit of a chinwag, they're all gossiping away, and they're all chatting with Mr. Doug, who's up in Bonnie, Scotland there, and they're all saying to him, well, here's some ideas for that novel. Don't kill Mr. Paul, because if you do kill Mr. Paul, there'll be no more driving videos. Now, I understand that some people will be quite happy if there was no driving videos, but there are at least 3 people who like to sit on the sofa. Well, it's about 12 now, isn't it? So if you want to get on that sofa, don't forget, all you got to do is tickle me in the comments. Yes, Mr. Viking Ronnie, all you got to do is tickle me in the comments and you get a place on the sofa. So Viscount Paul Butler, you're on the sofa today, that's for sure. And then sitting right next to you, a man with another V in his name, Viking, yes, Viking Ronnie. So I apologise, Mr. Ronnie, I assumed that you still lived in Israel, but great pleasure to know that little bit more about you. So now you live in Denmark, hence we're going to call him Viking, not Viscount. There's only one Viscount, and that's Mr. Paul Butler. But of course, there's only one Viking ever going to be on the Marika and Me channel, and his name is Mr. Ronnie Zamiri, and he's been with us again, way back. Well, I don't even know. I think he's in the top 10 when that man decided to join the Nutter channel known as Marika and Me, and he's a star amongst stars. And he gets up very early in the morning, or the clocks or whatever are totally different to ours, and I often wake up to a very nice comment from Mr. Ronnie, well, Viking, we call him Viking now, Viking Ronnie, and we hope that you'll stay with us forever and a day. And he comes to Paphos, I think a couple of times a year, I think, from what I understand, but he's planning on coming back this year, so hopefully we're going to bump into each other, and hopefully we're going to get him on camera. Now, I'm pretty sure you can see the views around this lorry. It's a little bit misty because it is quite early. It's only, what is it, 9:20 in the morning. And if you're wondering what the temperature is, Miss Dawn, 19 degrees. Yes, you heard me correctly. Coming towards the last couple of days of January, and it is 19 degrees, and the temperature, here we go, let's get round. There we are. So you're going to get a better view around this bend now, that's for sure. So it's coming to that time. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. We truly appreciate every second that you're with us, and it makes us feel unbelievably special. And if we can make you feel special, if we can do something special for you, just drop it in the comments. And I'd like to say one last big hello to Miss Lubika, and you will be coming on my sofa from tomorrow, I promise you. All the way from Slovakia, and now she lives in the UK, and she has fond memories of Cyprus from when she was a young girl. She's still a young girl now. So good morning, Miss Lubika, and you will be on the sofa tomorrow. So don't forget, Vivian, you've got to make more tea and more cupcakes, and don't forget to get an extra pack of the chocolate chip cookies, because otherwise there's going to be some very upset people, and we may have to sack the tea girl, and we may have to get someone else, someone like, you never know, Lady OO, so sweet, Caroline, because she's more famous for pouring the Nigel big guns, because that's what Lord Nigel likes to drink. Anyway, we're in Paphos, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Why not come back for a little bit more of the insanity? And if you really like what you see, and you want to put a bit of benzene in the tank to allow us to keep driving round, or to keep us awake in the day, you could go through to our About page, where you can hit the Buy Me a Coffee icon and buy us a coffee or two, and we promise to convert it into liquid coffee, obviously, or benzene more times than not, and continue to take you on these little travels in and around the Paphos area. But as time goes on, and as I've said, Miss Nicole, we will be venturing, I'm losing my English, venturing further afield, and one of these days you're going to find me driving around downtown Crete, that's for sure. I let the video fade out, and I thank you for joining me, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.